Hello everyone and Merry Christmas. Hope you've all had a good holiday. For some of you it's still Christmas right now, it's Boxing Day for me. And we're still streaming every other day, so doing a live stream in the morning. And I have morning voice, as you can tell. So as always, need some bananas in chat. Listening to the new C418 album today, which is called 418, I do believe. Or 184? No, 148. Confusing. So yeah, we're going to be playing Xisuminati today. Just waiting for the bananas. It's been a minute now. Banana, there we go. Hide Sama, thank you for the banana. Silent Crimes, thank you for another banana. Looks like we're good. Ouija Ben, bananas, excellent. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Now we're going to see tons of banana spam, and I'm going to be like, no. 418 says Peter, or 5 Peter. Speeder! Yes, 418 is the name of the album. Do I have any food? It'll be over here. It's been a while since we played, been about a week. Mumbles kept asking me if it was because I didn't want to play anymore, and that was not the case. We just chose to do a few different things. And today's live stream isn't going to be too exciting to begin with, so I figured some of you would probably want to tell me what you got up to at Christmas. And I can tell you what I got up to, and etc, etc. Penguin has a black screen. I'm sorry, you might be the only one there, so maybe try refreshing. Did you have a nice Christmas, says Official Blaze. Had a lovely Christmas, always do. Do like Christmas. Yeah, always look forward to it, always have a good time. Right, so what we've got to do is sort out the mess that's happened because I've been AFK here or whatever. We've got to upgrade some of our caches, which is going to be tricky. We've got to make hardened caches, which I think uses Invar. Let's grab some of that. And then the next level up after that. Speeder said, yeah, you got my name right. That's good then, I usually get them wrong. I got a GTX 950 GPU and an Intel i5 4590 processor for Christmas. That's fantastic. CHX, that's what I'm calling you because I can't read the rest of your name. Or I could call you UHC, I don't know. Charon says, where is Estelian? Oh, there she is. Good morning, Estelian. I was about to say she's not here. And then she starts typing in chat. Awesome. People have been asking for you, Estelian. They're used to seeing you here. Let's have a look. What were we looking for? Caches? So yeah, today's going to be very chilled, laid back, as we just fix things and stuff. Cubic Metal says, I got a telescope. Well, that is awesome. What a nice present. Okay, we need Invar for... Oh, hardened cache is the second level. Then we need some hardened glass for the next level after that. Super Nuketown says, I got a PS4. That's awesome as well. So we can only make a couple extra... Oh, look at this. See, this is why we need to upgrade stuff, because it's full to the brim. So what's the recipe for this? Lead and pulverized obsidian. I've got a feeling we're low on lead. We were, but someone gave us a load of ingots. Let's take that one as well. And let's see if we've got any pulverized obsidian. We do. Look at that. Try and make use of all of that. Good stuff. Right, and then we've got to put it in this thing over here. Techno says, I got some Lego. That's cool. Induction smelter? No, what's it called? Induction smelter, yeah. Oi. Go in there. By the way, the server needs a restart. It's been playing horribly. It's down to like 8 TPS, so we can expect to be not having a good time, basically. Moke's Mind says, I think 15W, 51B is pretty stable. I've played a lot of it. I've heard some other things as well from people playing on servers that it's really awful. I mean, I've seen 54C was supposed to be the really stable one, and I've seen how bad that can get. I think it can be hit and miss a lot of the time, but these 1.9 snapshots are terrible. There's so many awful bugs. I watched Efo's episode this morning. Tripwire disappears in the world, and books lose all of their information. Things like that are terrible, you know. That's why you've got to wait for the full release, I guess. Callum says you might be able to give it a restart. Well, that's awesome, Callum. If you can do that, just go right ahead and restart Xisuminati, because it desperately needs it. That'd be awesome if you could do that for us. Right, so we can get started now on upgrading some of these caches so we can store most of the things, because everything's backed up. The storage system is full, and this down here is full as well. Combat MC says 15W 51B is pretty good. Depends what you mean by pretty good. I've seen some, you know, bad bugs in the snapshots. The problem is people don't realise is that there's so much stuff in the game. You're not going to find all the problems immediately, and you might have to play in a world for a couple of weeks before you notice things are going wrong. 47C looks good, and then there were loads of frozen mobs after a couple of days. They were just standing there. You couldn't hit them, couldn't kill them, and I had to kill them using commands. But then what happened is whenever you loaded the area with the mob that got killed in, you would see its death animation. So you could literally fly across a field, and as you flew across and it loaded up the mobs where they had died, you would see them just appear and die instantly, and they'd drop items again. It was so bizarre. And it still does it when you log on there today. So, you know, snapshots, really shouldn't be playing in them. They're destroying stuff in the world. And, you know, some snapshots in the past have had like long-term bugs on them, which is like the real big issue is something can break that you don't see till later on. Where's my pick gone? I put it in this thing to charge over here. And I think I want it back now. There we go. That charged pretty quickly, actually. So, I guess obsidian would probably be the best one to do first. Then we need to make a new cache type. So if I grab this, we would drag from there over to this side where we'd have our hardened glass. Is that right? No, we need invar after that. So let's see if we've got any caches in here as well. The old Riki says, wow, early start X. Yes, a little bit earlier than usual, but I have a lot to do today. So I need to stream and go for a run, then I've got to eat and go out. So a lot to do in the morning. Let's see. What was I typing? Cache. Bam, look, we got one. How not very useful. I need like another portable table really, don't I? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take those out for now. Because when we empty one, we can move it into the next one. So that will go there, and that creates a reinforced one. And then what we need is speed upgrades, which we don't have, and stack upgrades. Oh, it doesn't like that. Is it me or is it disappearing as I type it? No stack upgrades. That's interesting. Moke Sminy says, "What did you get for Xmas?" I'm gonna talk a little bit about Xmas later on because I imagine everyone is going to ask. So I figured later on we'd talk about it when more people are here, just so I don't have to repeat myself. So where are my stack upgrades? I don't really want to craft any because I could take it from there temporarily. Oh look, that doesn't need a stack upgrade. And we definitely need some speed upgrades. Let's get a few of those. Oh my god, I started playing a clicker game yesterday as well called Bitcoin Billionaire. Like, those games are just like feeding you false gratification, and it's brilliant. Like, oh, I don't know how to describe it if you haven't played one of them before, but all you're really doing is sort of like acknowledging progress constantly. You're like, yes, I've received these coins, buy me some things that make more coins, and it's really satisfying. It's funny. Why does that have a bone in it? Wait, did I? No, the cache that I picked out already had a bone in it. So when I okay, so when I oh, that kind of sucks. So when I upgraded this thing, it kept the bones in it. That's fascinating, actually. All right, so let's take all of these bones. Can we take them once they're full? We can't, so we've got to manually put them over here now. It's really annoying. Oh well, we'll do that for a moment. Shishwami, do you know DJ Khaled? I do not know of this DJ Khaled. Here in Japan it is 10 o'clock in the evening, says Javan Basat. Hopefully I said your name correctly. That's awesome! I love it that loads of people from like around the world are watching. And yes, it'll be Christmas over there if you celebrate it on the 25th then. Oh, this is so annoying. I knew this was going to like not be the most exciting thing to fix this, but I didn't expect to be doing this manually to begin with. Oh well, I also need to grab a transfer node if I'm going to transfer these items. Hey X, what you playing? Says Josh. We're playing the Xisuminati Modpack. No word back from Callum and no server restart yet. We're expecting the server to restart at any point because the TPS is down to like 8, which is really, really poor. And I think it's just been on for too long, basically. Right, so John MC says it's after Christmas. Well, that depends on where in the world you are, doesn't it? Because of time zones. So in some parts of the world it is still Christmas. Okay, right, now we can put obsidian in this thing. That was kind of annoying, wasn't it? There we go. And we'll put that above it. And we need a transfer node to move the items. Oh, it doesn't like the letter T still. And this should help with our storage situation. Right, so let's put in one of those, one of those. And it's not taking from the cache, which is not what I expected to see. Why would you not take... Oh, there. Oh, that may be why, because the server's being restarted. Oh, Callum says he'll restart now. Awesome. Thank you for doing that, by the way, Callum. It was pretty laggy. Think11 says, finally caught one of your streams, X. So glad. Awesome. Welcome. We've been doing this for a long time. There's always people coming in saying, you know, first time watching the stream. It's always nice to know. Rise of Noob says, good morning, X and chat. Good morning to you too, buddy. It is very early here. And I got a Mocha Choco, by the way. There we go, delicious. Dean Machine says, hey, just joined, what did I miss? Not too much, it's kind of like casual, laid back today. We're just fixing some problems with storage because it's overflown. Lolcat says, can't watch this on my new Chromecast. That is unfortunate. I was reading about Chromecast the other day, and apparently Chromecast is not as good as the alternatives, which have more features, and perhaps Twitch is one of them, I don't know. Just something I read. Right. Oh my god, I'm going to sneeze. And I couldn't mute in time, so... I apologise. Managed to hold it in a little bit. Oh, that was awful. But I couldn't mute anyway. Right, let's see if it's back only. Maybe they're not allowed to pull from the bottom. Huh, didn't know that. Alright, so... Arangelo says Steam not loading. Or stream not loading even. That's not good, Arangelo. It's not good. Let's chuck in the rest of our obsidian. And now this thing should start to look a little bit better. I think. No, it still seems to be backed up. So let's try and help it out with some obsidian there. Happy Boxing Day, says the Evil Potato. Yes, it is Boxing Day. I think that's just a British thing, by the way. I don't know if the Americans have Boxing Day or anywhere else. But I have heard it is just a British thing. Wow, the amount of sticks. See, we've got to upgrade all of these, really. Alright, so when this thing is empty, it's going to be ideal for upgrading the next lot. But we don't have any more hardened caches, do we? I think we'd be better off crafting some. Don't want the sticks. I think it was these ones here. So let's make 1, 2, 3 and 4. Where's my glass as well? That's in the portable table, so I've got to swap it around for that. Sooks XTV says I'm watching this on my Chromecast. Well, there you go. Someone's got it working. South Africa celebrates Boxing Day. That's cool. Gosh dog it says, do British people box on Boxing Day? No, we don't. It means boxes as in boxes from presents, you know, leftover boxes. X, there is no need to transfer. Just upgrade them directly. You won't lose your items, says Kazfu. Oh my god, how do we do that? I want to know how to do that because this is one of the biggest pains. Right, so... oh my god, there's a way to do this? Let's figure this one out. Kazfu, thank you for that. Because this is a real pain in the arse. Okay, so... that's already a reinforced cache. Which is, like, basically, isn't that the biggest one I can build? Oh no, there's a resonant cache. So I might disable those farms for now. So sticks are just a regular cache. So can I right-click it with this? Shift right-click? No, that just placed it. That also gave me a regular cache. What? Okay, no, that's the inventory management. How do we do it, Kazfu? I would love to know, because that's crazy. No instructions on here. Check the recipe for them. Just surround them with what you want and upgrade. Oh my god, of course. As we learnt a moment ago, when you break them, they keep the items and you can upgrade them. Of course. Oh my god, I understand now. Okay. Okay, that's great. So let's go for gunpowder. Sticks. Oh, I should have put the... No, we can see it in the crafting window. In fact, let's just take everything. Everything needs upgrading already. So all of these ones that are full... oh my god. Right, and now they're just stuck there doing nothing because I need to put some of my items away. Coal can go in there as well, and torches. Right, hopefully we've picked up all the caches now. Okay, so... go on, open. Actually, what we want to use is the second crafting table thing. Drew says, "Hey X, this is my second stream. Awesome. Welcome to the stream, buddy." Right, so what we can do is hold down shift. Right, so sulfur gets an upgrade. Bam. Glass bottle can get an upgrade. Bam. In fact, let's do both of these at once. If we go over here... can I not fly again? Of course. Because we had to relog. Let's also type... how's the T... 20 TPS. Look at that, Callum. You fixed it with the restart. Awesome. Okay, let's get some more of that going. And let's get that ready as well. Oh, X has the sniffles, says Alyssa. Yes, I do, I guess. I haven't really noticed until you said it. Yeah, I guess I probably got a little bit of the sniffles. It's just early morning, plus I didn't sleep very well. I ate way too much food yesterday, and I just ate, like... because I never eat junk food or anything like that, I let myself eat loads of cake and, like, just rubbish that I'd never normally eat. And I felt absolutely awful because of it. I felt ill. I woke up in the middle of the night a couple of times because of it. Wasn't pleasant, but by the time I woke up, felt much better. Okay. This is going to work out. I think that's actually it. So 6 of them there, and then these ones are all empty. Alright, we'll keep the empty ones in that side. We've got one here as well. Gunpowder needs doing. Okay. Right, and now we can upgrade all of those. Oh, it's so much easier to do. So the first one's gunpowder. Lizard Bell says, I know he doesn't swear. I think I've heard the say the S word once. Yes, I try not to swear on my streams. Okay, sulfur and glass bottle. I happen to remember sulfur was there, but glass bottle... oh, that one's got nothing in it. Okay, but we can check the filter to see. No, that was a glass... what? That was a glass bottle a moment ago. Let's break that back. Right, glass bottle and stick. Is he going to do it again? Nope. Stick on this one. There you go. Sugar goes there. Spider eye at the top then. Okay, yeah. Spider eye. And then where's my sugar at? Bam, okay. Right, so that is that sorted out. And it looks practically empty now, so all of these things should start to get taken over there, I think. Sumo, I hope what? I hope someone spots you and they come and blow your place up. No one likes you. Go kill yourself, bro. You are the worst time ever. Oh, I wanted to finish reading that. Oh, I love a little bit of hate from time to time. I don't have enough haters, I feel, sometimes. I don't know if they're being serious or not, but also we don't have the swatting problem over here in the UK. Which is good, I guess. Right, so these items are being taken, but they're being taken at an incredibly slow rate. And often what this means is in order to fix it all, you need to do some of this manually, which you never see this stuff. I do it all off camera. Drew says, it's nice to be back, X. Awesome. Welcome back, buddy. Sharon says, I was halfway through reading a rude message when it got deleted. Yeah, same. Right, let's scroll the way down. Yeah, still it's full up. Basically, as we're clearing it, things are being put in. But this is looking a lot better now, so we are making progress. When that thing's fully empty, we're good to go, basically. So I think we're not far from that now. Take some bottles as well. Apparently I have blaze powder. Regular bottles. What else have we got? Sugar, gunpowder. Yeah. X, it's 4 in the morning, says Jacob. Well, it would be if you're at the place where it's 4 in the morning. It's 9 in the morning for me. Right, there we go. We're starting to see a little bit of free space. So now we can chuck these in because we don't need them. I'm probably going to upgrade a couple more things, so we won't chuck everything away just yet. We don't need those anymore, or that. Cauldron, don't know how I got that. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's finish upgrading some of these ones that desperately need it. In fact, this will help us figure that out. So we need one for miniature hearts added, but I'm not going to add any new ones right now. That's a different type of glass. Dust needs upgrading. Dust and quartz. Dust quartz with sugar. Dust quartz, glowstone, redstone, and flint. Right, glowstone can be upgraded. Redstone can't because it's that thing. Actually, we can upgrade that. So what did I say? Flint was one of them. Dust. Where do we keep our dust? Actually, do I have one for dust? Clay. We don't have one for dust set up yet. Interesting. I don't really want to set any new ones up. What else is full here? Nether warts is on. Right, do we have any overflowing nether warts here? Nether quartz was the other one. Not really. I think I disabled that once it filled up. Quartz berries are okay. I think actually we're good. Obsidian's being emptied. Sticks will be currently being emptied. I think flint is the only other one, but where's the flint stored then? We've got glowstone. I don't see flint over here. Maybe we never were storing it. Alright, so in order to upgrade that, we just need to open this thing. Bam, like that. Nice and easy. Awesome. Right, now that thing has been sort of sorted out, so we don't need to worry about it. Let's chuck these things back in here. And there's a little bit of space again, I guess. Yeah, that'll slowly sort itself out now, which is good. So the next thing for us to do is to continue building like we were doing before. Picardus, thank you for the lovely message. Hope you have a good Christmas, dude. Chante says, every time I watch I get an error. That is really unfortunate. I don't know if you can hear me, but that sounds like there is a problem there to be solved if it happens every time. Bard says, does anyone know when the stream actually starts? That's kind of worrying because the stream has started. Anyway, right, we're going to be working on our Tinker's Smeltery room today. That is the plan. Which is this room over here. And do you know what? When we last played, I was really in the mood for doing this. I sort of... Well, after we last played, I really got in the mood for, yeah, let's sort out the old the old room. I'm just wondering if this bit here would look better if we took this texture and just ran it down there, but I think we won't overdo this. So for those of you that have missed out on what's going on, we're basically building yet another room. Oh, there's a gap down here. A gap and a tunnel. Fair enough. Yeah, that's it really, we're just building another room. You know how it goes. And now it's dark. Kind of want those torches around here. But yeah, so when I last worked on this, we weren't too sure. Then, after I was really keen to get to work on it, and I've been playing a few other bits and bobs, and now that I come back to it, I'm not so sure what I want to do in this room really. And if anyone watching plays on the server as well, as always, you're welcome to come over and help me do some digging if you want to. Help speed things up a little bit. And it looks like the server's not being too great. Oh, there's only one other person online, Crux, at the moment. Should use it how it goes. The music is really loud, X, says Little Bangs. Maybe I should talk a little bit louder. I am talking quietly today, because I'm tired. What's that room for anyway, says Boom Bam Shazam. Love the username. It's for Tinker's Smeltery. Did I actually say that? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. We're going to build a big old smeltery in here. And it's going to be a big one, yeah. I don't know how big exactly, but I'm going to do a lot of digging and make a very big room. I want to do a bigger room than we've done before. Like, that's the challenge this time, is to make it the biggest room yet, because we've done some relatively big ones. What is the if at Asuma? I don't know what you mean by if, or that question in general. X, how can you join the server? That should be on the screen. That information should be in the bottom left or bottom right. Basically, if you're a patron, you can play here on the server, and the new sign-up will be in January, so if you signed up now, it wouldn't be long till you'd be able to play on here. Engineer says, I can barely hear the music, so I doubt it's too loud. I think it's just if you want to listen to it or not, if it bothers you or not, you know, like if you didn't like the music that was on, it would probably sound a little bit louder than you thought it should be because you're not interested in listening to it, if that makes sense. I shouldn't have picked, since we're doing digging, I shouldn't have picked out all of those things, should I? X, just so you know, 7x7 is the biggest you can make a smeltery. No restrictions on height though. Thanks for that demo, Garos. I knew you could make them bigger than the size I'd already made. I had some people... Well, that was... Oh, that's the magnet picking things up. I had some people telling me that that was the biggest size. I knew it wasn't, but it's good to know that 7x7 is it, if you're correct, of course. Not saying you're not, just lots of people give me information. Sometimes it's not correct. But yeah, I've got an idea that, you know, of roughly how big it's going to be. Good night, Asuma. Thanks for entertaining me while I wasn't feeling well. Ah, Suz, sorry to hear that you weren't feeling too good. But have a good night's rest. Hope you had a good Christmas. Oh, there we go. It's being laggy, isn't it? I got given some tools, by the way, which might be better. Oh, didn't we, like, agree last time that we did this that using the pickaxe was about 100 times better because it's instant mine? I think we did. I think we agreed that, or I agreed it to myself. Sounds like something I'd do. Alright, that's all good. So check this out. Yeah, that's faster than the hammer. Whatever you think, that is probably faster than the hammer because it's instant mine and you can just blitz through the blocks this way. Alright, that's good. Why is the server so laggy today, says Little Bangs. Usually I have not the best of connections to it, but also the TPS was down to 8 this morning. It's been restarted, so now it's back up to... Oh, it's very dark. It's now back up to... What, 20 TPS? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's what it should be at. So now all is good. By the way, this is going to be the floor, so we probably want to fill in it down to here. So we've got space to place blocks. So I'm going to dig it down, free around on all sides. That should be good. Drew says, X, it's 3 AM, totally worth it for me. Alright, if that's what you want to do at 3 AM, then enjoy watching, my friend. Bam, there we go, right. What's TPS, says Super Nuketown. Basically, Minecraft runs at ticks per second. Ticks are where things in the world happen, and it does 20 of those per second. So the server was at 8, which means it's not performing very well. It needs to be at 20 TPS, otherwise you've got issues, which will be visibly noticeable as well. You know, not just like background stuff. You'll actually see it in game. Like, if you've ever played on a server and you've noticed that the sun is lagging, like it jumps back and forth, then that's because of the TPS being too low. So hopefully you learned something. I have a mild headache. Watching you made me completely forget about it, says Lacking Twitch. That's awesome. Well, not the headache, but I'm glad that you can take your mind off of it. No one likes a headache. The headache isn't awesome. I don't know why I said that. I guess I take too many things in a good light. Right. X, what's the coolest thing you got to Xmas? Please answer, I'm curious. I tell you what, we'll give it a little bit longer. Let's give it another like 20 minutes or so, and then we'll talk about that, because I know loads of people are going to be asking. Lots of people have been asking in chat, so I figured we'd talk about Christmas, because I got a little bit of a story to tell. X, I got my standing backflip on grass today. Drew, you did a backflip from standing. That's incredible. If that's what you're saying, if it's something else, it sounds like you're saying that you did a backflip. Backflips are cool. X, see where the tunnel leads, says J-Man Guy. It's just one of my little tunnels for mining that I did earlier. This is like, instant mine works great, but even punching a block with your fist isn't working very well at the moment. It's interesting that instant mine actually works so well. Just shows you how the game works a little bit. For this sort of stuff it says that's absolutely fine, but other stuff can lag. And it's all breaking blocks. Okay, this room needs to be so much bigger, but how's this thing doing as well? Is it even running? No, I think I've turned it off now, haven't I? Oh yeah, we need to make loads of cobblestone in here because it makes seared stone, which is what we need to make this. So I need to chuck my cobble in here from time to time. Mustn't forget to do that. Also, why is that pointing to there? Oh, it doesn't point into there. Look, that's pointing into the ground. Let's put that into here. So is that connected up? What's going on here? I'm not actually sure what's happening there. I'm going to disconnect that for now. And then we'll just fill this thing up with cobble. And leave it alone. X, where do you live? I live in the UK. Victor? Do you know if there's much heavier mod packs that runs better on servers? Dinesh, if you want to play a heavy mod pack on a server and have it run better, you probably need less people playing on the server, because the more people that play, the more chunk loaders there are, the more issues you're going to run into. Let's go and do another 3x3 around what we've done already. By the way, this new record by C418, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a little bit different from what he usually does, which is nice. You know, try something new. But I've only listened to it like once or twice. But I thought we'd listen to it in today's stream. Okay, now we're going out 1, 2, 3 like that. And all the way across again. How is the weather today in the UK? Good question. It looks cold and windy. Peter Pickaxe. I have to go for a run in that soon. So I hope it's not too cold. It was really cold and windy and wet yesterday. But what can you do? Look at that! Look, the cobblestone's appearing a little bit later. So when you do instant mine, it's like the client is okay with it and the server catches up a moment later. Well, I'm glad we got instant mine because it makes it easier. Drew says, yes, X, I did a standing backflip. Crazy. Crazy, that's awesome. I like Spirocratic more than this album, says Suye Ash Me Dihavi. Wow. I tried my best. Forgive me. Yeah, it's a good thing we've got tons of music to choose from. I like Byro a lot. I like this as well. I like choice with music, you know. Can't put two things and say this one or that. Well, you can, but you know what I mean. Like, it's good to have both. What am I talking about? I don't even know. Dinesh says, well, it constantly rained during Christmas for me. I guess if you want to spend some of Christmas outdoors, it's not so great, but I spent most of the day indoors with my family, so it was alright. X, I have the same pick, but mine is not instant mine, says Little Bangs. Then you don't have the same pick. Because if you had the same pick, it would instant mine, right? This one's been upgraded a whole bunch of times, so... Oh yeah, by the way, I've also got these. Maybe this is what's making the difference. I have the Traveller's Gloves, so maybe that's why it's not instant mine. Okay, looks like we need to chuck some things away, which I forgot about last time. We've got this right here. So we can chuck everything into there. And then my magnet should do the rest. Look at that, the server just catching up way too late there. Okay, there we go. Inventory sorted out now. What's the pick made from, says Zepix Boy. It's made from steel, I do believe. But we don't need to repair it with steel anymore because we have the flux thing on top of it. Niratus says, what is... No, not Niratus, sorry. Double Dot says, what is he doing? Oh, look at that. I just got haste and a modifier. Crazy. That means there might be slightly more things we can instant mine now. Hey, are we instant mining that ore? I think we are. We now instant mine some ores. Wow. So we've got another haste upgrade on it. What can we test that on? Is there any coal? There is. Do we instant mine coal now? Yes, we do. We now instant mine coal. Oh my god, that's powerful. And copper by the looks of it. Crazy. Well, there we go. Talking about it. You should name your pickaxe X, says Minecraft Lover. That's not a bad idea. I probably should, shouldn't I? We need a good name for it though, so any suggestions? OP Pick GG, says Silent Crimes. Yes, but that's what modded's about. Being OP so you can do tons of cool stuff. Right, so all of that's looking alright, but this room's going to be even bigger still. It's going to take us a while. X, I'm drinking tea right now, you jelly. Little Bangs, I am not jelly. You know, jealousy is a emotion I don't really ever experience. I don't really understand that one. Like, if someone has something you want, why would you not be happy for them? Like, that they have that. I'd never really get that one. So yeah, I'm not jelly. I'm happy that you got a cup of tea, and I got myself a mocha chocolate, so thanks for the reminder. Bradders says, hi Asuma, love your videos. Awesome dude, thank you. Alcester says, that pick equals Death Stick. We could call it Death Stick. But I don't know, it looks kind of like magical, majestical to me, so maybe something a bit more fantasy related would be cool. Name it Destroyer of Worlds. Destroyer of Blocks would be better. Yeah, we could go for something like that. Block Breaker for pick name. What else have we got here? X, can we see the stats / modifiers on that pick? Yep, there you go. There's all the stats and stuff. It will get upgraded again, actually, because we've got another round of XP to go through. Name it Pizza, says Zapdos. Maybe. Magic Death Stick, call it Dave, says Dare to Blaving. Name it Magic Teaspoon. I want I'll give you a name, for example, like Atlantis, something a little bit mythical. Maybe a mythical creature or place or beast. Could name it after. Dinesh says, hey Asuma, when are you going to be doing your DJing stream? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it either. I've sussed out most of the stuff. It's going to be an interesting experiment, that. Also, there's going to be swearing in it, because some of the songs have like swear words in them, and even in the names. So I also want to like put like an 18 plus tag on it or something like that. Got to figure out how to do that because some people don't like. Sorry, see, I've noticed that it's not just like older people that want to protect younger people. Some younger people want to protect themselves. I've noticed in my streams. You know, they know swearing's bad, and if I accidentally swear, or I don't know, something's happened before where people have complained, and I know that they're young people, so it's interesting how that works. Craysim, I think is how you say your name, says, do you follow the Premier League? I do. It's been, I think, one of the best Premier Leagues in a while because it's so open, and it's good to see Leicester at the top of the table. Call it Eclipse. I like that one. Fluffy, that's a cool name. I'm very fussy though, I have to find the right name, so... Yeah, which genre of music is it going to be in the stream, says Austriat. That's a good question, that's another thing as well. There's going to be some electronic music, some hip-hop, some industrial, some like dark EDM, and there's going to be some like grindcore and like heavy metal. Not heavy metal really, more like modern metal. I don't know. There's going to be some forms of metal in there as well, and some folky stuff. It's quite varied. Quite varied. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to address that issue either. Call it Quickie Picky. Minecraft lover, you've got the name there. Quickie Picky. So I wanted something, you know, mythical or fantasy related, but that's just hilarious. Quickie Picky. I like it. We could probably rename it like again if we ever changed our mind, but that sounds... Oh, let's put the Q in there. Oh, apparently it doesn't like Q. Nope, now it... Why does it have two Qs? Oh, it made a weird symbol there. Quickie Picky. Good name for it. So Crazy says, what's your opinion on Leicester City? I'm not going to get too much into it because I know for some reason people in the gaming community hate sports, which I don't know, a bit of a shame really. Like, but my opinion is just it's great to see a team that people would say shouldn't be there. And you know, it's like the whole spirit of the underdog. We need more of that. We need more teams that are outside the Big Four that can win the league. And Leicester can totally do it this season. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. And I know people hate sports, so we won't go back to it. And everyone's telling me to eat now. Sticky Quickie Picky, says Alcester. Well, it doesn't have Silk Touch. If it did, then maybe we could call it that too. So yeah, by the way, if you're wondering when we're going to start building, I've not got too much inspiration at the moment, and I want this room to be way bigger, so we're just going to continue digging, I think. I might... Oh, your pick is out of RF. No, it's not. It's not yet, anyway. Where is it at? Can I... Oh, it is. Oh, we're going through the durability now. Right, interesting. Okay. X, have you heard about Sire? I haven't heard about her, but I've heard her music. I've listened to it a little bit. Let's chuck that in there then. So... What happens now, because it had some damage on it? I guess it just goes away, perhaps? I got a name suggestion here from Engineer to call it Brocker. It's the Norse god of metallurgy. It translates to he who works with metal shards. Why don't we call the hammer that one? So it's Brock with double K and then an R. We'll give that a shot. You pronounced Elkester correct. Not many people do. Awesome. That's good. Captain Pickless says, hey X, hey buddy, welcome back to the stream. Gary, my table got flipped. Pick it up. Okay, boss. Said by Steve. It's a scary tale. I don't know what that's about. We're going to call this one Brocker. Or was it Bocker? Oh, it is a Brocker. Okay. Like that. So there we go. We've got our hammer renamed as well. X, if you were turned into a table lamp, what colour would you choose? Says ZSK. I would choose Blorange. That would be my colour. Yeah, I'd be a Blorange lamp. Okay, so I want this room to be mahoosive. Let's get the dig out proper here. Let's stand... Oh, now there has to be dirt here, doesn't there? How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6, 7, 8 in both directions. Just have a massive dig out. I think we need some torches here as well. Torches would be a good idea. Wow, instant mine is fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, let's go back up top and get some torches. KRXX Plays says, I've never played Minecraft on the PC, but I played on the Pocket Edition on Android. Ah, the PC is the way to go. I don't know how some people play that, actually. I find the Pocket Edition really, like, clumsy, but I don't know, I guess this is what you pick up and start playing. You're not going to see the difference. But yeah, totally recommend playing it on the PC. Much easier to play, in my opinion. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, we've got 12 torches, we'll use those. Oh, I've gone too far. Wondered where I was for a second there. How much FPS do you play with Minecraft, says Slaughter's Hunter? Over 100 at the moment, by the looks of it. But it is modded though, so it's not going to be as good as playing vanilla. And we need to patch in this hole. Okay, let's measure out 8 across on the other side. Actually, is all of this like strictly the right amount? Yes, it is. If we count this one to diagonal, it'll be the same again. Yep, it is. So we go 8 in this direction as well. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4. Ah, there's that thing. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Interesting to see where we are, right next to those things. Drew says, X, you inspired me to make my own SMP server with my friends. That's awesome. I hope you guys are having a good time playing together. Multiplayer is the best way to play, I reckon. I haven't played single player in years, actually. Like, vanilla anyway, you know. Sorry, not vanilla, but... How would you say? Survival. Survival, of course. Hey X, had a good Christmas, says MindDude53. I did, had a fantastic Christmas. And I did say I would talk about it a little bit later. I guess now will probably be the time. I know people are often tuning in and they'll probably ask again. Okay, the room is now in slow mode as well. Okay, fair enough. Also, let's quickly, before we start talking about it, let's dig in this one 8 blocks as well. So that's 3 deep, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, there we go. So I got a bunch of cool stuff for Christmas. Don't really want to go into that too much. I've got just, you know, clothes and bits and bobs and things. But my favourite present at Christmas was what I got from my dad. There's a game called Anki Overdrive. If you go have a look at it, it's like a modern Scalextrics with smartphones. Have we used all the RF again? We have. Wow, that went away quick. It's like Scalextrics with RF. RF. It's like Scalextrics with smartphones and modern technology, remote control cars that don't need a slot on the track. They use like sensors to see where they are on it. And yeah, I got him in that for Christmas. And what I did is I had like a present addressed from my dad to me, and then inside that it said, "Dear Asuma, your gift this Christmas, sorry, your present this Christmas is the gift of giving." And then it had a letter addressed to my dad in it, so I gave him that. He looked so confused, it was brilliant. And then we sent him on a goose chase around the house looking for different clues, and then he found like the big package that was hidden in the cupboard at the end of it, and when he opened it up, he really liked it. He was really enthusiastic, and I could tell he liked it. And then After, like, you know, he'd opened it all up, it looked great. Later on in the day, why is there just like random snow there? He tried to use it and the thing doesn't work. Like, we can't get the Android phone to talk to the cars. So after all of that, yeah, it doesn't work, which is really unfortunate. But that was the best thing about Christmas, because he absolutely loved it, which is great. Like, he really liked it. And I was hoping he was, because he likes Scalextrics, and it's kind of like a new Scalextrics, a modern one. We should really throw down some more torches around here, shouldn't we? Hey X, I saw you followed Scrap Mechanic on Twitter. It looks like looks like a game a bit like Minecraft. Will you be making an LP on it when it comes out? Give me 1 second here, I need to clear my throat. There we go. I don't know if I will or will not. It looks like a cool game, but it also looks like there's next to no content in it yet. It looks like, you know, there's like a handful of things that you can do, and it's, you know, only just started development. You see, now we live in this culture of early access games. There's tons of stuff coming out that people want to make videos on, and then, you know, you play a game for half a moment, and then it's sort of forgotten about. Like, it's kind of happened with Terratech. That although the game is great, there's so little content in the beginning that I feel worn out on that game. Yet when it's finished, like, if you still feel worn out, you would have missed out on so much that the game had to offer. So Scrap Mechanic reminds me of that. It looks like you could make an LP on it for like 3 or 4 videos, and then there'd be nothing left to do, and then you'd wait for an update and you could do 2 more things, and then you wait for an update. Do you know what I mean? So with that one, I might just like leave it and knock it on the head, and rather than rush to play it when it comes out, just give it the time it needs. That doesn't look good that there's sand over here, because sand patches... Oh, sand patches... Yeah, this is what I was expecting to see. Ha! So our base is going to go into the river now, and what's worrying is we haven't dug away all of that space. Right, so we should probably figure out how close that goes. Suma, what do you think about the new path of red power, says Nils01. I don't know what the new path of red power is. Isn't red power a mod though? X, have you tried Minecraft? Good one. Right, so this room's like going to be severely limited by this corner here by the looks of it. Maybe we could just make the room have an odd shape to accommodate for that. Yeah, look. This is all the land above that we can't get rid of. Yeah, I don't know. Fozzie's here in chat apparently. Hey Fozzie. Oh, is there like a room up here? Big old cave right there. I think what I'm going to do is just repair this thing with steel, because the RF runs out so quick. For this sort of digging, it's not ideal. Oh! You are now expert at using the Quickie Picky. Fixing up the wear and tear, it should last a little bit longer. Reinforced, +1. So how much durability does it have now? I can't even see. 42 out of 100. We've got 1 more skill level to go though, so we might get haste again. And maybe even mine cobblestone instantly. Actually, we might already be able to do that. Yeah, instant mine cobble. That's fantastic. Fozzie says, did everyone have a good Xmas/Happy Holidays? I did, Fozzie. Thanks for asking. Hope you did too. Alright, this is going to get closer to the dirt soon. And all of that water is getting in the way. We should really patch that up for now. In fact, so let's patch it up with sand. Oh, the server is definitely being slow today. There we go, right. And now we need to send all of this off. Pudding Kyongun says, can you say my name? Actually, it's Kongun. Pudding Kongan. There you go. I said your name. Hopefully I said it correctly. Okay, let's mine all this out next to the dirt, and then we'll have to make this part of the room a little bit different from the rest. That'll actually be a good thing to do, I reckon. Be a good exercise to get away from like a perfectly ordered room and do something a little bit more organic, which I've got ideas for. I think we should have some big old slopes sort of coming out of strange angles in the ceiling. J-Man says, check on the smeltery. Thanks for the reminder, J-Man guy. Look at that, we've got 33 blocks so far. Let's chuck in some more cobble. Okay. Let's get back to it. X, how did you get your name? Says Little Bangs. I took the word music and I flipped it around and changed some letters. And the name was born. Drink the Mocha Choca, says Moke Sminy. Okay. I think I've almost finished it now, though. Okay, so that's the corner bit by the looks of it. Let's mine out a bit more and then maybe like figure out the shape for this. Actually, yeah, there is a little bit more to go, isn't there? This pick's going to need a repair soon. This instant mine is incredible. There we go, that should do it. Alright, there we go. So that corner's definitely going to have to be different, isn't it? X, your name is cool. Thank you, Drew. Boom Bam Shazam says, I'm back, Asuma. Welcome back, buddy. Doodle Bob Scribble Pants says, what are the top 5 things you want added to vanilla Minecraft and explain why? Off the top of my head, I can't think of much, but there's definitely things. I think one of the biggest things we need is more slots on the hotbar, more inventory management. More inventory space, better way to manage all the different block types. We need slabs and stairs for like all the different blocks. We need more textures. Tons of stuff I think the game needs. The main thing though is inventory management. It really does feel like a lot of Minecraft is spent walking back and forth trying to sort out all the stuff you have in your inventory. Okay, so we chuck all of that in there. We need to repair the pick with some steel, which it doesn't like, so we type in eel. Okay, how much does that repair? Quite a lot, quite a lot. That's good actually. RX Medieval says, I have a theory. He dropped his egg on his keyboard while writing something. The egg zoomed in a little bit. Egg zoomer. There you go. That's a true story. Or a fictional one. I don't know. X, do you like the new PvP system? I don't know. I don't know really. I don't know. I've played a fair bit of PvP in 1.9 and it doesn't feel like it makes it more fun. It feels like it makes it more difficult. And I read a comment quite a while ago which I really agreed with, which was someone pointed out like one of the things about Minecraft is like how little you have to think when it comes to PvP. It's not a PvP game. People like playing PvP with it, but it's simple. You just run and, you know, hack and slash, click, spam clicking, no real thought about it. And like that's kind of the point of it as well. That it's just simple and that it should probably stay that way, and now they're taking a simple part of the game and making it difficult, and kind of agreed with that point. They put it much better than I did. So it looks like I dug away a bit of the dirt there, which is fine. I could dig away more of this, but what I want to do at the moment is just get more of this shape available, because I realised that if the ceiling's going to be up here, we want to figure out where this shape sort of starts, because it's not going to be exactly in that corner. This pick is amazing, just saying. X, I have a design for a bud-based memory T flip-flop. It is like a reverse RS Norlatch. The technical term is a D flip-flop. Will you see it if I tweet at you? Yes, I will. Always tweet me things. I always look at Twitter. I do like to find out about stuff. Twitter is obviously the best way to share things sometimes. I can also instant mine this as well. Asuma, you need food. Yes, I do. Let's eat. The funky fish says, I just got here. What is this room X? It's going to be a smeltery. Why is there like cobblestone drifting into my inventory there? So what did I say this room was going to be? It's going to be a smeltery. I've got a feeling I said something different. This is nuts. Crazy instant mine. Right, so I think we're getting close to where it ends off. But not close enough. The funky fish says, oh wow, a huge room for a smeltery. Yes, a huge room indeed. This is going to be the biggest project room we've done yet. That's the plan. Should go down here for the next bit, really. X, I bet you are reading this, says Drew. You betted correctly. I was reading that, right. Okay, yeah, that's kind of like the corner, isn't it? We've sort of trimmed away a bit more. Oh, actually, have we gone back by one here? Yeah, we can always remove a little bit of this dirt as well. So I think we've got, like, a pretty decent idea of what's going on there. Bam. Let's do the other side. In fact, I think it's going to be easier if we step up onto this platform up the top. Like so. Okay, is this where the wall is? Okay, I think that's the wall now. Yep, there we go. That's probably most of the dirt we get to see on that side. By the looks of it, opens it up into this cave as well. X, make an excavator. We're not trying to remove the dirt, we're trying to dig around it. I've also got an excavator, it's on my hotbar. Okay, now we can get rid of all of this. X, this is a mess. Do you need some help? Says Little Bangs. If you're on the server and you want to join in, you're always welcome to when it's like digging stuff. But it's not that much of a mess, is it really? Okay, so now we can start thinking about the shape of this room a little bit and where things are going to go. So let's go grab some slopes. We've not actually got a lot left there, have we? I think these ones can be turned into slopes too. Let's have a look. How do we do that again? Shift. Do we have to wait for the server to catch up? Looks like it. Is that it? There we go. We've got to wait for the server. Prism slope. Right. Okay, so the floor is going to be down here. That's sort of the floor height. Then we can obviously like slope diagonally out this way. Although if you look at that side, it looks sort of like it's not as much as what would be needed over here. So let's find a diagonal on this side. We can always remove a few blocks as well, so we don't need it to be too perfect. Let's go for about here. Oops, not there. And I changed that into a wedge slope again. It's so annoying that it does that. Just stay as a normal. There we go, a normal slope. So we'll have a little bit of this going on. Which is all good. Gold Trollet says, X, read any good books lately? Nope, I haven't read a book in years. Which sucks, don't have the time. Okay, what is the roof height? The roof height is here. So we'll probably remove most of that and just keep the same slope going all the way up to the roof. Which was it again? We're going to place roof blocks here. So that block, which means we need to go up by 2. It's the worst. I need a shovel already. Also, that block didn't disappear. Oh, no, it did. Okay, I think that's good enough. Nope, put those in the wrong bit. Oh, what are you playing at? It's a wedge slope now. Oh, it's so slow. I should use a shovel. And it's now dirt again. Brilliant. Just what we wanted. Right, okay, so that's the slope there. That's a crazy big slope. That's going to really, like, jump into the room, I feel. It says you are playing on Hermitcraft, says Nymph Squolo. It's not. You're mistaking the Hermitcraft streaming group for Hermitcraft. It says Xisuminati on the stream. Right. That's good. Oh, we're going out by 4 now? Let's go out by 4. Also, this is going to be the floor here, so we don't actually need that. Okay, and I don't think starting it directly at the floor would look too good either, so we'll probably bring it up by 1. And what material this is going to be built out of, I have not decided yet. Okay, so that's one bit there. Then what I think we should do is bring it back again and do another row of 4. So how far back do we want to go here? Go back 1, 2, what was that, 3, 4? Let's go back to there. So the next one starts over here now, the next diagonal. I don't know if any of this is really making too much sense. And then that will go out by 4 as well, which should look alright. So if we bring it out by 4, let's copy what we did here. This will go down by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll come all the way over to there. That'll work just fine actually, for what we want to do. X, is this really C418's latest album? I'm continually doubting it. Kazfu, it is. It's got a lot of his distinctive characteristics with the way he builds up. Like that bit right there is very C418. Like he's got these ways of building up the moments in his songs and using similar techniques to like dissipate them, like it did just there, and like similar ways of writing a little break between each little bit in the song. You know, like the equivalent of a drum roll. He's got like these little ways of transitioning the songs that are very like distinctly his, and he's still got a lot of that in this record, but at the same time there's also a lot of new things going on, stuff that sounds quite different. But in general I do feel like it sounds a lot like him more than anyone else, even though it's a little bit different. Crazy Sime, is it? No, Crazy's me. Says, I loved your sheep farm design on Hermitcraft. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It turned out good. Metal Fire Demon says, Merry Xmas X. Thank you, buddy. Hope you had a good one too. Or a merry one at least. Right, so that comes down to that height, and then we've got that gap. Okay, so we're going to have 2 big slopes, like so. This is going to be a wall going across to match that bit. Then we don't really want to repeat the same thing again, so now what we want to do is find something that covers up all of this. So we'll probably take away a few bits, and we'll use cobble again to sort of mark where the wall is going to go. So I reckon what we should do is go wall here, 1, 2, 3, slope, 1, 2, 3, slope, 1, 2, 3, and that'll be kind of perfect. Wow, instant mine on the cobblestone, forgot about that. So, oh my god, it's a wedge slope again. And for some reason it's then changed itself. What? Why when I place it does it change what type it is? Why would it do that? I think the server's died or something. Wedge slope, right. Hooray, it's changing. There we go. No, oh, and then I place it and it changes. What's going on? And they won't stack either. . Right, now they're the same thing on there. Now they stack. When I place it, what's it going to do? Okay, right, that time it worked fine. Whatever. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That looks alright, doesn't it? I think that looks alright. Also, did I line it up correctly? I'm not sure I did. I think it needs to go back by 1 block. Funky Fish says, X struggles in life, carpenter's blocks. Yeah, tell me about it. These carpenter's blocks, eh? How much TPS is the server on now, says Dinish. Probably the last thing we typed, isn't it? 20 FPS. Amazing. In all dimensions and as well, which is good. 1, 2. And there's the third one. Right, so what we're actually going to do is have them like that. 1, 2, 1, 2. So those will get replaced, by the way, with the correct blocks. So now when this comes all the way over here, let's get that one back. It's going to line up with the edge somewhere around here. Oh, is it one short again? Oh, I guess the top would be short, wouldn't it? Because it pokes out. Alright, let's start with the bottom. Use redstone blocks to build. Why did that one change? Not sure. Maybe chiseled redstone blocks might look alright. Okay, so that comes out to here. So the walls now line up with one another. That's good. Then this shape can go... Now, what if it does that? Then the next wall comes out... the next wall's going to be here, so you would want it to do that. Ooh, that was weird. And now it returns. Not quite. Actually, no. It would just become part of it. So now that gets bigger. Is that how I want to do it? I think that's how we're going to do it. Either way. Right, I need to craft some more of these, don't I? Jedi Gamer says, am I the only one who can't see anything and gets an error? There's been a lot of that today, Jedi. I don't know why. It looks like X forgot to drink his tea, says KJP. Actually, we've got a tiny sip left. Let's finish it off. Otakan says, I can't wait for another Ava caving. I was supposed to do one with Biffa, but that's up to him when we do it, really. Let's chuck all of this in here. And then find ourselves some more slopes. We have tons of sticks if we need to craft them, that's for sure. Nope, looks like we got loads. Okay, let's go build. Oh, looks like Jedi got the stream working, that's awesome. K1 says, I just got here, what are you building? We're building a room. Yes, we're building a room. We're building a room for a smeltery. And at the moment we're sort of... Oh, I put away all the cobble, didn't I? Sort of just figuring out... I guess we're figuring out, like, the shape of the room overall. Hey, look, there's some dirt here. I think it's just a dirt patch. But it might be another area that we can't build into. We'll see. I think it's just a dirt patch. Okay, yeah, it's just a dirt patch. That's good. May the force be with you, says SpongeBob. Yes, may the force be with you too, buddy. Oh. Oh, that kind of looks like it comes out further than I expected. Well, it does then, I guess, if I didn't expect it to. So what's going on here? We need to extend this out a couple more blocks. Then that's going to meet up with that bit. So how's that for the shape of our room so far? I like it. Right, and what did we do here? We put the one that went above. So we'll bring that out as well. We could probably do with a torch or two around here, I reckon. What do you have to do on this server, says Lihani 2003, I think. You have to do whatever you want to do. There's no have to of it. You do what you want. That's Minecraft in general, really. You don't have to do anything. You just do what you want. Cool, there we go. Alright, so now this would come all the way up to here. No, don't place like that, please. Also, let's fix that again. Is that a wedge slope? It is. Just a regular slope. No. prison wedge slope? What's the wedge slope's the one, right? That looks all right, I think. I think that's going to look pretty cool when you walk into here. So now I think we need to keep all of these like odd shapes going around the place, but I don't know where exactly. Maybe we should start putting in some materials here. And Aber caving in the Nether is Bee Gees caving, as in the song Staying Alive. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Are you going to stream tomorrow, says KRX Plays. Not tomorrow, I stream every other day. So it'll be the day after. Probably, yeah, actually the only time I can stream next day as well is in the morning, because I won't be here later on. Right, so now let's look at stuff for building in that room. We're not going to do too much of this straight away, just going to grab a few things. Some factory blocks, some of those ones. Going to use a lot of basalt in this. We also need to make some seared blocks. How do we do that? We would need a faucet. We need that clock. Oh, got a noise in my ear. We'll check that out in 1 second. And what was the other thing? Cauldron. No. Oh, what is it called? It is called a basin. I remembered that. Yes, that's all we need, those 3 things. Excellent. Right, so if we go set that up and then we'll read this message. X, I just hit myself in the eye, says Drew. That's not smart. You know, if I were to offer you some advice in life, it would be don't hit yourself in the eye. You know? Do you know what I mean? It's quite simple, really. Just don't do it. Because it probably hurts. I know I know you haven't sat there and gone, oh, I'm going to hit myself in the eye. If you have, then you might want to think about your life decisions, but... Right, now we don't want this hopper here. Oh, and now I've broken the whole thing. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Doesn't that void Oh, my God. What? Screw you, Instant Mine. Screw you. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Oh, and I did it again. So we've just destroyed... Oh, whatever. No! No, I do not want to place that there. Oh, that sucks so much. It really does. Let's go and get a little bit of cobble here so we can just get it going. Yeah, all of that will do. I can't believe I did that. Also, why do I have some seared bricks if I've put everything back where it goes? Right. I've taken something from somewhere and I don't know... Aha, down there. Bam. Oh my God, can't believe I did that. Can't believe it. Anyway, this thing here will then put all of it into there. And then we need a hopper really to take it back out actually. Oh, that's rubbish. Rubbish. I'm angry. Can you tell? Mayschool says, I also think you brought the floor of it. Yes, Mayschool. Hi, by the way. Yeah, the floor. Ah. What a waste. Anyway, we've got a donation here from Asuma. So someone's used my name, saying, "Wish you'll have a successful year ahead." Thank you for the message, you mysterious person who I think probably wants to remain anonymous. But thank you ever so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. And now we're going to do a little bit of decorating. Not too much because I don't want to get too into it today. Or at least make too many decisions. You get really like lost for time doing building sometimes. We're going to probably continue with basalt on the floor. You know, all around here. That's going to look just fine. But it will look a little bit boring if we did only basalt. So we need some sort of complementary thing to go with it. I'm thinking maybe we can use this right here as a bit of a marker. And then make some big squares on the floor with like a pattern in them. That could be something to do. Thing is, there's not going to be enough space over there for a pattern, is there? Right, so if we go in a diagonal line, it will be right there, would be the end of it. 3. So that could be a big space for a pattern. And What do I want to make the walls out of? I think I'm going to go with basalt on the walls, but also put something else in there. The Funky Dish says X is donating to himself. I'm not. I think someone's just put that in because they're keeping their name anonymous. Like, you can type in a different name, can't you? So that's how it works. Wait, isn't X from the future? It could be spooky. What is my future self is donating to me? That would be weird. That might create a paradox of some sort, right? Like, if you donate to yourself, then you change the course of... We're already talking about it, so we may have changed the course of history. X, I have a game for you to play. It's called Stranded Deep. Yes, I've seen that game, Pro Jake. Never really caught my attention much, that one. Right, so we wouldn't have a pattern in this corner, but it does mean we could have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that might be a good way to make this room have a little bit of form to it, just for these big patterns. Which means we'd then use this corner here, this space, for something different. I think that'll work pretty well, actually. Maybe it's Evil Asuma, says Moke Sminy. It could well be. Never know what that guy's up to, eh? I need to bring Evil X back. Everyone likes Evil X. Oh, I fell down. No, what? Huh? Oh, it pushed me up. Right, that makes sense. That was disorienting. X, I dropped my phone on my face, says Drew. I think you're joking around now. Right, we got another modifier and an emerald on that thing. That's cool. I think it already had an emerald though. How does one drop their phone on their face? Oh, if you're laying down and watching it, that might legitimately happen now I think about it. Okay. Oh, hey, Johnny's over here. Thanks for the help, Johnny. It did feel like something else was going on there. Okay, we can now craft a little bit more basalt and put that down on the ground. How are we going to diagonal this? Move that torch. Charge your pickup, says the Funky Fish. Do you know what? I'm just going to repair it with steel because the charging is slow. We need something to instantly charge it, I think. Right, that appears to be a square. So they're the 4 squares of the room. And then we'll have something in that corner and we'll figure it all out. And then we've got the walls over here. So I've got to say, first thing I've noticed is that this feels a little bit too close. I think what I might do is remove that slope and put the wall back by 1 block. So then our basalt, which, if we're going to have a pattern in the middle, do we want to then have basalt after there? Maybe we can use something else that's nice and dark. We've got factory blocks. Let's go look in our chisel room. And building on this game takes forever because there's so many options. The official Blaze says 1 square is wrong. I'll demolish the base, rebuild the entire thing. 1 square is wrong. You might be right though. I think I put one of them together a bit lazily. We've got Grimstone, but we're not too keen on using that, are we? Got all of our factory blocks. Voidstone we've used plenty of. I feel like maybe we need like some new materials in here. Stone might be one to use. That might fit in quite well in the smeltery actually, those stone bricks. Also lava stone might have a little bit of a place. There's also water stone. I think lava stone could go in there really well actually. And it would just be the one over this end, so let's see if we can get some lava stone going in there, see what that looks like. Lava stone, we have 16 of it, so at least a little bit to play around with. X, you can disable the Grimstone particles in the chisel config. Baker the hacker, that's awesome. I'll have to ask Jotato about that, because that'll make those textures much more usable. What's this? Smeltery blocks present, Johnny DL. Merry Xmas. Oh my god, what a star! Look at that. Oh, hey, we could use these in building as well. Seared bricks. Oh my god, nice one, Johnny. I didn't even think of that. Here we are talking about similar textures, and these ones are of course similar. Can they be chiseled? No. Can they be crafted? Ah, seared stone is like regular stone, isn't it? Let's see. What are the uses of seared stone? So slabs, paver. That sounds interesting. I want to see that paver one. Can't tell if the texture is slightly different or not. So what about seared bricks? Tool forge. Yeah, tool forges. Actually, let's go back that way. Slabs. You can make slabs with them. You can chisel them into seared road. That seems to be about it. So does that have any uses? Seared road makes slabs and it can make fancy seared bricks. Ah, so it uses this chisel system. Fancy ones can make chisel. Oh my god, there's like a whole thing going on here, isn't there? Alright, so there's like a few different textures. And let's have a look. Apparently one of these squares is wrong. That's correct. Pretty sure that one is. So maybe it's this one over here. Yeah, no, they all seem to be good. If it's a smeltery room, I say put in random ore blocks as silent crimes. That's a nice idea. What we could perhaps build is like a display case for different ores. I think putting them into the build itself would look a little odd, but putting them sort of in and about the place might work. So that gives it a nice rough edge, doesn't it? I like that already, just filling in that gap with it. There'd also be room for it over here. Alright, we need some cobble in this. Just a noob says, is it possible to join the Extreme UHC? Just a noob if you are a patron, or... Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't quite work. Maybe we'll just leave a gap there to make it work. If you are a patron or a subscriber here on Twitch, if you're a subscriber on Twitch, by the way, and you haven't heard about it, assumavoid.com/extremeuhc. If you subscribe to me or some of the hermits, you can sign up for the Extreme UHC that way. Right, so we're going to put those there so we can have that block by one border, because that works out really well. And then that would go over here as well. But this is where I might use the lava stone in this little gap. So then the next place to have it is here. And then we want to fill in this with cobble. X facepalm, you missed it, says Jam Guy. Okay, maybe I missed the mistake, but I don't know. I don't know where it is. If I missed it, I counted them all, didn't I? Let's try it one more time. What game types do you like? X, sandbox, MMO, what? The Funky Fish, I guess I like games where you can be creative. That being said, I've been playing Bitcoin Billionaire. I'm just playing that like during the holidays when you're sitting around with family, you know, and doing other stuff. But that game at one point I go, right, you've wasted enough of my time, see you later. Okay, so let's put this all the way around now. Oh, we've got to put lighting on the floor as well. That's another thing to keep in mind. So this is probably going to be quite common, this block in the build. But it's looking nice there. Then over here it's going to do something different because this is going to go off in this direction. Don't need this cobble here as well. It's just confusing. Druju says, X, I think I'm deprived of sleep. Just kidding. Well, you can always choose to sleep if you feel deprived. If you can't sleep though, then I guess you don't have that choice. X, nice stream, says Martin. Thank you, buddy. Right, torches provide light and they make a massive difference. So you can actually see what's going on. Okay, I really like that so far. That's looking good, I think. I feel like although we haven't done too much, I also feel like some wood might fit in here, like maybe some spruce wood. That sounds kind of strange, but... X, left and right square not in line. Oh, wait, no? Yeah, they are. Wait. They're totally in line. What are they not in line with? I don't see it. I don't see anything wrong with these. Maybe it's some of you are looking at it differently from what I am and seeing something different, but they seem to be laid out correctly. Drew says, I like that room design so far. Awesome. Yeah, this around the outside. Oh, no, definitely works. Definitely works. Is the stream done? No, Angry, we're not done just yet. Wait, where's the thing? May School says, maybe the POV messes up the view. Well, you guys are seeing the same thing I am, so if something's off, then what I'm suggesting is that maybe what you think is off is what I think is correct for what I'm trying to build, but I'm not sure what exactly that would be, because it seems to be fairly straightforward. Let's grab spruce. We don't have spruce anything. Never mind. No spruce for us. We still don't have it. Not even a sapling. Oh, I just had a feeling spruce would look good in there. What's Johnny up to over here, eh? Is he putting in more things? Let's grab some more of that seared stone. That's good, that one. Right, so I don't see anything different at all. Starts and ends in the same place. We've seen that all of them are the correct size. They all start and end in the same place, and they're all the same sign. Body says it looks fine to me, X. There you go. Maybe some people are just crazy, eh? Oh, calling everyone crazy. Not a good idea. Let's see. So, over on this side, we're going to have the wall. But I don't really want to fill that in yet. I just want to leave that as one thick. I've got this feeling like if we fill it in with another texture that looks good, it could be really awesome. Have like a free texture thing going on the floor. So let's fill in this. Now that's 3 wide, and this one over here is also 3 wide, so that kind of looks nice. That feels good. Also, this changing of the colour for stone actually looks really good, I think. With the doubles, the left one was wrong. Johnny fixed it. Oh, okay, Johnny fixed it. Cheers, Johnny. I don't know what he changed or fixed, because everything's sort of in the same place. Or maybe you meant this one over here and Johnny fixed it. I don't know. Either way, it all looks good now, so... so yeah, right. Then what we want to do is have this bit here. I don't know what texture I want to use for the slope blocks, by the way. I think seared would probably be like the same that we got going on here, although maybe the basalt, who knows. Either way, over here, what we're going to do is go like that. Then you're going to see a little bit of that. So yeah, we'll go with it like that as well. Wait, how much of a gap is that actually leaving? I think that's going to leave like a 1 block gap in the middle, isn't it? Right, so then the equivalent of... Oh no, we've run out of those blocks. Never mind. Right, lava stone. These might provide light, which would make sense. Yes, they're the ones. So if we put in... Yes, they do provide light is the answer. No, that doesn't look very good. That doesn't look very good at all. I think that would work more in a column. So rather than have it go diagonal, like over here where we've got the wall, we have a strip of this go up, and on either side there is basalt or something to hold the texture in that gap. See, that looks alright now. You could probably put that on like a block that's halfway back or maybe a whole way back. So that's something to think about for that side over there. It looks kind of cool as well. We definitely got to have some flowing lava and lava tanks in this area. But for this bit over here, it doesn't look like that's going to work. I reckon we should just fill that in. Assuming you need more food. Yes, but not yet. We're doing fine. So I'm going to fill this in now. And I reckon this is just going to be like that. And it will be fine. Right, and some of these dirt blocks need replacing. And we do have a shovel. Right, so... No, I think the ceiling is the next block, so it goes all the way up to here. And then we've got to delete these cobblestone bits. X, forgive me, but that storage thing with AE or something else. What? I do not understand the question, sorry. The tank Frank? Frank the tank? Right, so that's going to be the ceiling. So whatever we put on that side, if it's seared, it's going to match a little bit more. If we go for basalt, it will probably still look good. Yeah, I think basalt is definitely the texture to go for. Now that we haven't used it so much on the ground so far, it's probably going to work better here. I reckon that looks really good, actually. How good does that look? They work so well on the slope blocks. Just saying. Another thing you could do as well is maybe take out some of these seared stones and put basalt on the side just so it meshes in a little bit better. Jack M says he couldn't starve to death. He is a great Minecrafter. I've starved to death before. It's happened. We almost starved to death when we were crafting once as well. Because I said, right, I'm not going to eat until we finish crafting. Bad idea. And I'm going to sneeze. Give me a second. Or maybe not, no. You should make an Evil X stream. I could not talk in an Australian accent for that long. Plus, I don't know if I can hook up all of my vocal processing effects like to the stream or to the input. I don't know how I'd do that. Because a lot of it's done in post. Like double tracked vocals with different effects on. I actually really enjoyed doing that. I should use like vocal effects more often, I think. They're kind of fun to mess around with. So that just makes it transition a lot better in my opinion. So then we want to do this one over here, which I think we're not going to put that effect in because it's on the other side. Like we're not going to add some extra blocks there. So that looks pretty cool. We'll probably have some lighting nearby. So this wouldn't be terribly dark as it is at the morning. KJP is reminding me that we can put glowstone in these blocks, which I don't really like doing because it means you get the brightest level, which is maybe not what you actually want. Like you might want it to not be so bright. Like look at how bright this is. The best bit is probably around here. So if you could control light levels on it, then that would look really cool. Otherwise I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, what does it look like on the corner? It looks good. So the question now is, do we make this wall over here out of basalt where it would all be flat? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to try and answer that today. Let's get a bit of this going. Okay, that looks cool. I reckon that's going to work really well. So off to a good start. I think we need to put some depth in the roof as well when we do the roof. Like I'm just thinking over here, let's not have it flat all the way across. Let's make it go up, across and down again. Just let's fill this room full of shape wherever we go. And I reckon that'll look good. I love the bath salt you have everywhere, says the funky fish. Basalt. Bath salt, yeah, I see what you're doing there. Redstone torch provides lower light level. Yes, it does, Johnny Pine, but I don't think we can put them in a place. I guess we could put them behind the carpenter's blocks. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Let's get some redstone torches and leave them in here to remind us. I think Johnny might have put something in the chest. Yes, bone meal and spruce blocks. Nice one, Johnny. Thank you. That's awesome. Cheers. There we go. Oh, what is that sword? That sword looks cool. That sword looks very cool. Ponybutt says, I have arrived at work. Hello. You shouldn't be working on the day after Christmas. What's going on there, eh? Imagine if no one worked on Christmas, though. There'd be no, like, there's people that work on the power grids. There's actually a lot of people that work on Christmas Day, like in the hospitals, emergency services, power grids. Let's see. What was I going to do, man? I talk rubbish sometimes. I forget what I was doing. Spruce. We're going to spruce it up. Why did I run back here if we've got spruce? Don't ask me. Oh, redstone torches. Brain, you are a little bit late sometimes. We got 12 of those, so that might have been a stellar idea right there. Ponybutt says, does the next UHC have a date yet? Yes, it does. 3rd of January, a Sunday at 8 PM GMT. Again, to any Twitch subscribers here who are watching that don't know that they can join the Extreme UHC, you can do so by going to extreme UHC /extreme UHC. Go away, block. There we go. So we would put a torch there, and that would provide a dark amount of light. Yeah, that looks cool. Yes, and it is on January. I stopped talking halfway through what I'm saying. By the way, I could have actually put that one block closer. Let's do that. So yeah, Extreme UHC, if you're a Twitch subscriber, you can sign up. Probably explained that terribly. There you go. Right, so that works out really well. Now what we can do is put these on the top, and that light will shine through, which means we don't need that torch anymore. And look, it is just mildly lit up. That's really good. That's a top tip for you right there. The modded Minecraft. Bam, look at that. Yeah, just a very dim light coming through. I like that a lot. Rack shows items. That's weird. Not seen that before. How does that work? Right. So we put that sort of in the middle over by 1. We'll do the same thing here then. It will go behind these blocks. Ah, we've got to break it with the pick. Of course. And then that one there. And just put the torches on the side. The one above. I think that's different to how we did it a second ago actually. I think we put it on the one back by 1. Let's do that then. Let's make sure it's all the same. To get rid of blocks, hold left mouse button. Yes. Yes, that's how we play the game. I need some cobblestone here now. Is that correct? Yes. You go there, and this one goes there. Okay, I think we should fill in all of that then with polished basalt, and it should look really good. By the way, just a reminder for all the peeps who haven't hit the follow button yet, be sure to do so, get notified of when I go live, streaming every other day. Next stream will be a morning one again because of the holidays and stuff. And then I'm going to have to do all the redstone lamps across, redstone torches across that side. That works out really well though, that was a nice tip. I can't remember who actually suggested that, but well done to you. And we've definitely made a really good start here. So when we work on this next, what we've got to remember is keep these slopes going. I think over on this side we're going to have some slopes going up and then down again. Have a big smeltery at the back there. Then we'll have some other things like a case for ores over in this space and maybe a couple extra smelteries over here. Just keep it organic and sort of flowing in its own direction. But so far we've actually got a really good thing going on, I think. So feel free to let me know what you think of this. But that's where we're going to end the stream today, I do believe. I would do a raid, but I doubt anyone is going to be streaming, and I kind of got to go sharpish as well. So we'll pass on that for today. Everyone is saying eat, so we will eat. Once again, playing Xisuminati, spent the entire time underground in a cave, which is what I like. This is going to look great, this room. It's going to look great, trust me. It really will. Jedi Gamer says, Estelian, how did you become X's stream manager? I got a recommendation from, I think it was Slip and Zul'jin, that Estelian and Make It Rain and November Lima were all really good moderators, and so I said, sure thing. And then they came over here and been really helpful with keeping the streams organised and managed and making it easy for me to read chat. Do you know what? It's a huge difference they make. I don't say it enough. The moderators here put a lot of time into making the Twitch chat really manageable for me to read and for you guys to participate in. So a big thank you to them. Seriously, it makes a tremendous difference. Otherwise, chat is just this flowing wall of craziness without them. If you see one of Mumbo's streams, that's an example of what it's like when you don't have moderators. Just constant flying text that is absolutely crazy. Mayschool says, I'm just here to yell at X. Mayschool is the guy who makes all of these servers possible. The play.asumavoid.com and Xisuminati as well. Yeah, loads of people behind the scenes doing great things to make all of this happens. So a big thank you to all of you. You know who you are. Yeah, so yeah, just remember that there's lots of other people that help me do what I do. I don't do all of this alone. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for coming by and watching today's stream. Hope you had a good Christmas. And yeah, so I'll see you next time, which will be day after tomorrow. Alright, see you later. Bye bye. Oh, and there's Johnny.